there's a couple of people in my life that I have to deal with that, and I'm just sitting there going, mate, if you're not happy, you're not happy. You don't. You're not. Well, number one, you unload, right? That's number one. Okay. Number two, so I've got trigger finger. They don't apologise for it, but then they go over things. All right. Oh, you just take what I get. Take what you want. Just take the hit, and then yeah, move on to the next one. Oh, so how are you feeling? Not too good after you. Not too good after I didn't allowed you to fucking belt me. Excuse the language. Allows you to allow you to take a shot, but I didn't respond because I'm trying to keep the peace in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm really at a point in my journey where I am done trying to convince people to show up for themselves. So as you know, people continue to make choices and they continue to stay in these negative life cycles, that is a choice, and you can choose to do that. And when you are ready to put the effort and commitment into the change you want to see in your life, that's the time that I'm ready and open and willing and able to communicate with you on that level. Come talk to me, I'm there. But until you're there, I am not going to try to convince you to want better for yourself. That has to come from within. I finally realized that I don't have to be that, but people want you to do that. They want you to keep showing up and trying to convince them, even though they're not making any real changes in their life. And I don't have space for that anymore. I used to, for everybody I know, but I don't anymore. If you show up and you show me you have the effort to show up, I'm there 1,000%. But until you do, I'm not. And I think that's the problem with people is now they assumed I'm just going to be there no matter what. And it's not true. I am there to the level of support that I'm giving back and no more unless you're there willing and able to show up for yourself.
It's a case of, look, I think two things I've learned. No, I'm far from perfect. I've got a very close friend of mine. Mate, he's funny. Oh God, he's funny when he gets on the, he keeps his same, he gets on the grog a little bit, has a good night, but he still keeps his humility and his humbleness through he just loves to have a chat. But the way his perspective is amazing. And there's certain things where he actually looks at the whole thing. I think it's Capricorn. I think he's a Capricorn. Yeah. Okay. Capricorn. They're very good with regards to sitting back and looking at the whole picture. And understanding that. Whereas with the Cancer, you can see that, but you're very emotionally invested where people reckon they can have a dig at you, but that's where the boundaries come up. But, you know, I mean, this is what you say to people.
Well, it's true, and it's what's sad, Jay, I think, is that we allowed people, we didn't know ourselves well enough to know that we needed those type of boundaries to protect ourselves. So people were getting away of the benefit, the fact that you're this caring, amazing guy, and they took advantage of it, but we allowed them to do so. And it's a little bit sad, and I've had to forgive myself on that a lot, too. And I think you just need to forgive yourself for not knowing you deserved better before. But you sure as hell know you deserve better now.
This is the thing, when you're actually taking, there's so much you can take. There's two things. You go, yes, you understand that they've got their own journey and you accept them for that, but they've got to accept their behavior as well. And you have to have a perspective, because I know as a Cancer, you can go, or as anybody, you could, what's the first thing when someone hits you? What are you going to do first? Hit back. That's a natural reaction. You get hurt, you get hit back. But when it comes to words and all that, what they're talking about, it's a case of looking at it and saying, okay, that's what they're doing. Is there a greater purpose here? That's the kind of person they are. Do you want them in your life? And then it's like okay, it's going to sound like an ex-partner. That's how I've described these people, ex-partners. Like
they kind of are. Partners are relationships in any sense, right? You have relationships with men, women, friends, colleagues.
Clickbait. Sorry, I was saying clickbait. Men or women. I'm equal. Mate, there's whinging men, there's whinging men, whinging women, everything. It doesn't matter if they're in your life and they're giving you grief. Doesn't matter.
What kind of street are you on where there's all this traffic?
There's equality for you, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't matter what sex you are. If you're a whinger or a whiner and you do bad by people or whatever you're doing, that's the way it is. There's equality right there.